What is up, and welcome to another edition of Worth a Watch with me, Anthony Flores. This is going to be my personal thoughts on all things Star Wars, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot to talk about with Star Wars. It is a loaded question. Was the movie good? The Force Awakens is what I'm talking about. But before I get into that, I'm going to just dive in real quickly on my thoughts on the originals as well as the prequels. The originals are awesome. The prequels are shit. Mediocre piles of shit. And we move on. I'm a movie fan before a Star Wars fan, so talking about Star Wars is very neutral for me. But a quicker, in-depth thought is, the originals are what they are. They are the originals. They were huge, huge imaginative worlds that is the Star Wars universe now, and it is gloriously fun action-adventure films from the 70s and 80s. And they are still great today, regardless of how much fucked upness that George Lucas decided to impale onto those classic masterpieces. But you know what? I mean, nothing we can do about it. It happened. And then we have the prequels, which I mean, they are what they are too. I can't even really talk about them in depth because they are mediocre, and they have a few decent moments within Revenge of the Sith, and then before that, it's utter just mediocre dreck that just, I've never rewatched them. I saw them in the theater growing up, and that is about it. I don't plan to ever really watch them in their entirety ever again. I don't need to. But I did see Star Wars The Force Awakens twice in the theater, and I gotta say, this film is just arguably one of the best experiences I've had in the theater in quite some time. There's a reason why it was my #2 favorite film of 2015. It was fun because you saw this phenomenon truly unfold in front of you. And the fact that the film was freaking fantastic, it made it all the more sweeter, and it made it all the more enjoyable to be with other fans of film and Star Wars in particular. Force Awakens was a damn great, fun Star Wars movie. The prequels, however, were very deviated from the plots and storylines that the original started. They were very much their own thing, and this movie ended on a note where, yes, it divided fans, but at the same time, it made me, as a fan of film and a casual fan of Star Wars, to want more. I wanted to see more. I wanted to know more of what's going to happen next with all the new characters. Daisy Ridley, with John Boyega and Oscar Isaac, as well as Adam Driver. All these four main individuals bringing on these new characters with the help of J.J. Abrams and company and behind the camera. I mean, they're fresh stories within this universe, and I want to see more. I cannot wait to see the continuing adventures of Rey, Finn, Poe Dameron, and whatever else evil that Kylo Ren will do in the future films. And then we also have, though, the good things about this, though, where you felt the weight of the world between Carrie Fisher's Princess Leia, as well as Han Solo reunited, and you felt the weight, you felt the tragedy, you felt the hope, you felt the sadness, you felt the love, you felt everything with just them two looking at it cross from each other, and then the scenes where they finally just hugged and talked of, you know, what things are going to unfold in the near future of the movie. That is arguably one of the best parts of the whole film for me. The weight of these original veteran actors portraying these characters in a much more mature light from where they started. And seeing what's going to unfold is the true thing of what all of us movie fans and Star Wars fans alike. What is going to happen in Episode 8? And I say fanboys were way too harsh, but hey, I don't think they were that harsh considering this movie's on its way to making $2 billion. So I don't think it was that harsh of a commentary. You guys didn't exactly riot and just not see the movie. You guys saw it probably multiple times, so you're the fucking idiot for complaining. But as a fan of movies and as a casual fan of Star Wars, I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. I wish that it wouldn't have ended on a cliffhanger with, again, spoilers, Luke Skywalker popping up for that last minute because of Rey's newfound Jedi-isms and whatnot, and the finding out the Force and trying to go to him to train. It was more than likely what's going to happen. I think also what's very interesting is Finn, the character as a rogue stormtrooper is something very different within this universe that has never been done. A guy who's supposed to be a pawn, just a literal nothing in the whole in this Star Wars universe. We've all seen countless stormtroopers just go, pew, bang, dead. You know, it's just nothing. But to see a random person like this, a literal number and lettered name, become a realistic person that wants to do better with his life, instead of just being a pawn and just being that one random stormtrooper in the background. That is amazing. And not just and then going off to Rey's character. The character of Rey, played by Daisy Ridley, holy shit. A very strong and genuine character. She was a very strong individual, and she showed it with her figuring out of the Force and whatnot. I see all these complaints and arguments, and all I have to say is shut up, enjoy the damn movie. Damn. I know, some people literally feel like Star Wars is a fucking religion, and that is great. More power to you. But take it down just a little bit, and then just step back and enjoy the goodness that is on the screen. Because this could have been another prequel situation. It could have been something terrible. But no, J.J. Abrams and a slew of people behind the camera and in front of it made a damn good Star Wars movie. As I watched the movie, I felt, holy shit, I am watching a Star Wars movie in 2015. I don't know what else to say other than that. I don't want to prolong this review. I know it's not epic, I know this review isn't grand, but this is just my personal thoughts about Star Wars in general. I don't feel like I can add much to this conversation because, again, I don't have a true understanding of the lore and all the crazy amounts of Star Wars that truly is out there. The books, the games, the trading card game, I don't know. I just know I liked a few of the action figures and had some growing up. I watched them on VHS, the original films. I saw the prequels in the theater. Those were just forgettable as fuck. And the originals still have a nice little place in the corner of my heart somewhere. That's all I have to say, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's a brief review, but I enjoyed the movie a lot. It's a damn good flick. It's rewatchable and enjoyable, and I cannot wait to buy it on Blu-ray. So thank you all so much for tuning in and being patient with me. Thank you so much for watching my review. Don't forget to comment below, like, subscribe, and all that other good stuff in between. Let me know what are your thoughts on Star Wars The Force Awakens, and how many times you've seen it at this point. So thank you all so much once again. I'm Anthony Flores with Worth a Watch, and keep going to the movies.